Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel at the start of another week. It's a bank holiday here in the UK, but hey, still get the videos out for you, and today I'm having a bit of fun with Finneas, Ace Archer, green and white for a 2/2 legendary creature rabbit archer, vigilance and reach. And whenever Finneas Ace Archer attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control that's a token or a rabbit. Then, if creatures you control have power 10 or greater, you get to draw a card. This is just fun. Really enjoyed having this deck. This has been really good fun for me to play test over the last couple of days, and yeah, I thought we'd get on with it and show it off today. I am recording this a way ahead, so this may change by the time I play this on stream, but it's good fun, too much to not ignore. So here we go, this is what today's deck looks like. Right then, so it's a low creature count in this deck because we don't really want too many creatures. We want to concentrate on the token side, which is what I'm doing. But some of the things we've got come in from Bloomburrow. So we'll start with Beauregard Mentor. Give us a creature with power and toughness equal to the number of creatures we control and has trample. So that's pretty good. Gala Greeters give us some treasure, some life, and some +1/+1 counters. We like that idea. Jacked Rabbit comes in from one of the commander decks. Whenever it attacks, create a number of 1/1 white and white rabbit creature tokens equal to the rabbit's power. But of course what we want to do is try and get X up to 5 if we can, so we get the card draw from it coming in as Ravenous, and then when it attacks you get a load of rabbit tokens, which is fantastic. But if you've got to play it for a white and a 1 and have a 1/2 and just build up that way, you can do it as well. But getting the X equals to 5 to get the extra card draw really does help. It makes it expensive, but it is good when you get there. Hazard Root Herbalist comes in. Whenever you attack, target creature you control gets +1/+0, and if it's a token it gets Death Touch, so yep, okay. Benny Brack Zoologist makes an appearance because we will be making tokens, we might as well get the extra card draw. I have included Beezer, the Bounding Spring. It does help in this deck because, you know, we might as well try and get the treasure for the fish and the card draw if we can. Tree Guard Duo is a slight, it is a rabbit technically, and we can get to do the whole +X and vigilance, especially on something good that has trample. So bear that in mind, or one of the flyings we've got coming shortly. One War Leader just lets us go whenever you attack, choose one, create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token, or attacking creatures get bumped. Again, lovely card, great fun to play. Emissary Green I put in just to get some more treasures, or some +1/+1 counters depending how the voting goes. Head of the Homestead is just a nod to rabbits. I just like the card, I think the artwork's cute, and yeah, you can take it out if you want to and put something else in, but I decided to keep it in. 5 mana for 5 power spread over 3 creatures is pretty good to my mind. Last two cards, OJ Kaslam Deepest Growth, just so we can get the lands out. We may hit the occasional creature, but as we can hit our lands is even better. And OJ Attack Deepest Foundation, because we do want to get more and more creature tokens into play as and when we can. So there we go. Spells, there's 20 of them in the deck. Alliance of Arms kicks us off, starting with you. Any player may pay any amount of mana. For each player puts X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens in play. People may not pay anything and just wait for you to pay in, but some people do, and it is quite fun. Farseek, Nature's Law, give us some ramp along with 3 visits. Servo Expedition gives us a couple of servos. Verdant Command either gives us a couple of tap squirrel tokens, or we gain some life. One or the other pick is probably going to be the squirrel tokens and the life gain, to be honest, but that's the way it goes. Arachnogenesis, create X 1/2 green spider creature tokens with reach, where X is the number of creatures attacking you, and then we get to prevent all the combat damage that will be dealt by non-spider creatures, so that really does keep us alive. Audience with Trostani gets us all the green plant creature tokens, and then draw cards equal to the number of differently named creature tokens you control. So a little bit of card draw for 3 mana in green is pretty good. Cultivate for more ramp. Hop to it gives us some more rabbit tokens. Kalia's Command gives us either a construct or some +1/+1 counters on a creature to give it double strike, or we can get basic planes, put it in our hand, or gain 2, scry 2. March of the Multitudes, convoke all our tokens at the end of someone else's turn to get all those lovely 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink. Midnight Haunting gives us a couple of flyings. Teferi's Protection keeps everything alive. Tempt with Bunnies sounds dodgy, but draw a card and create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. Then each opponent may draw a card and get a rabbit token, and then you get the same again. So you'd be surprised how many people want to draw cards and you get a whole load of rabbits and cards. Pretty good. A Chroma's Will for the Alpha Strike at the end when we need to win the game. Second Harvest is key. We need to make sure we have this in play. We need to cast this when we have enough creature token or tokens in play of anything, so we get to copy them. And believe me, if you do this with Oja, Tako, it gets very silly very quickly. Bestial Menace gives us a snake, a wolf and an elephant. Fumigate gives us a bit of board control, so we can gain some life when we blow the board up. And Invoke the Ancients gives us 2 spirits. I would recommend putting Trample on both of them, to be perfectly honest. Artifact wise, a little bit around. Mox Tantalite, Soul Talisman, Elixir to shuffle everything back in, the Soul Ring. The Ozolith lets us keep all our +1/+1 counters when creatures lead that Finneas have hopefully been kicking around for us. Signet from all ramp. Carrot Cake because it's food, gives us a rabbit and a scry, so yeah, a few more rabbits, so Finneas has some more targets hopefully. Ozolith, the Shattered Spire, lets us double up the +1/+1 counters we're chucking around, and then we can put something on a creature if we need to at instant speed, sorcery speed to do it, and gives us a cycle. Cycling's probably irrelevant unless we're desperate for land, but yeah, doubling up the +1/+1 counters can help. And Thought Vessel for no maximum hand size. So not doubling up, but adding an extra one. Most of the time you're only adding 1 counter, so it will be kind of doubling up. That's what I get for. Enchantments. Yep, Hardened Scales is here. Innkeeper's Talent's here because who doesn't want to make our things bigger? And then if we need to get this to level 2 quickly, because giving all our creatures ward when they have a +1/+1 counter on is perfect. And then if we get to level 3 and literally double up on the +1/+1 counters, things get out of hand very quickly. Because we're playing so many tokens, Intangible Virtue seems, creature tokens, that is, Intangible Virtue seems like a plan. Branching Evolution lets us do the whole doubling up, literally, of +1/+1 counters. Caretaker's Talent lets us, whenever 1 or more tokens enter, you draw a card, and then when this becomes level 2, you get to create a token of a copy of a target token you control, and level 3 gives all our creature tokens +2/+2. Thank you very much, I like it, cheers. Inspiring Leader, just another one that gives all our creature tokens +2/+2 when Finneas is in play. Love Song of Night and Day gives us a bird eventually. Everyone, us and our friend we've made in the game gets to draw 2 cards first. And then level 3, put +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Nice. Monologue Tax, I talked about this the other day in the Beezer deck. Whenever an opponent casts a second creature's spell each turn, you get a treasure token. So yes, thank you. 3 Blind Mice gives us a mouse, then we get to copy a token, and then creatures get +1/+1 and Vigilance until the end of the turn, so hopefully by the time this goes off in the 4th stage we'll have a board full that will benefit from this. Tribute to the World Tree affects everything, so most of our 1/1 tokens will come in as 3/3s with this is in play, because it doesn't say non-token, it just says creatures, so yay for us. Anointed Procession, had to be here, didn't it? Double up on everything. Castle Siege to chuck some +1/+1 counters around, or if we need to make sure we can get through, we can go dragons, but it's probably more likely to be Khans. Court of Grace gives us either a spirit or an angel, depending on the monarch or not. Leyline of the Meek, hopefully we start in our opening hand, we just start with this in play. Parallel Lives for more of the doubling up of the tokens. Smothering Tithe, yeah, had to play it today, we need the treasures, sorry. Ketha's Crusade really does work very well with all the token generation we're getting in the game. And then Divine Visitation means that all those 1/1s will become 4/4 angels, which I like the sound of, really. Doubling Season, you all know what this does, I don't need to go into another one that doubles up on everything, literally. Rabble Rousing, just because I like the hideaway lands, I really do. And having all those 1/1 citizens is very nice, and hopefully when we attack with 1 or more creatures, create that many 1/1s, then if we control 10 or more we get to play the card we exiled. But it's another way of getting more tokens in play, really, hence why it's here. Virtual Loyalty either gives us a knight or 1 or 2, depending if we've got Doubling Season, Anointed Procession, etc. in play, but just playing it as the virtue itself to chuck around +1/+1 counters is great. And Song of the World Soul, whenever you cast a spell we get to populate. Yeah, copying all the creature tokens, it's good fun. Land-wise, just a few white and green lands all the way through, nothing too fancy. Reliquary Tower is here just for a bit of a change from some of the decks last week. Still no Temple of the Lost Gods. I am kind of coming off at the moment, but it'll probably turn up in some of the decks going forward. But everything else, green and white all the way through, and hopefully getting Finneas out really early will win us the game. But that's it for the start of the week for this deck. I like playing Finneas. It is good fun. It may seem silly, and I think 2 mana commanders are sometimes underrated. This one I think should not be taken lightly because you will be drawing cards quite regularly, so bear that in mind. But for now, thanks for watching. Please, if you can, hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't been here before. I'd appreciate it. Like I said, I'm recording this a fair way out, so I'm still sitting at 19 short of my 500 target for the year, so any subscriptions would really help towards that. But I'll be back tomorrow to talk about another deck and another card, so hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye.